Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Mini Truna, and welcome back to Thrones of Britannia, where we are, well, hopefully, pretty much at the point of activating the endgame crisis. We've just got to, settle ourselves Somerset and one of the tiny little independent Welsh factions, get them as vassals, and that should be enough to trigger the endgame. So we should be triggering that today, though. We also have to watch out, because pretty much the entirety of Scotland, and I'm pretty sure they're below the line where, Scotland technically becomes England in the modern day. I'm pretty sure what's going on is, the Orkney Isles have taken over most of Scotland, and all that's left up there now is their friends and vassals. So they're probably wanting to keep coming south. So what we've got is we've got this beautiful, massive defensive line stretching from Manchester to Leeds to whatever that is next to Leeds, where hopefully we can hold out against them with the help of some garrisons. We'll have to flip and see. This is going to be, an interesting little challenge. We'll have to keep an eye on that, because if I have to bring my armies south to deal with the endgame crisis, then there could be problems up north if flipping Orkney decides to move in. We might actually have to lose some territory over there. Still, I think we've done everything we can this turn. I've spent my money, I've moved my troops around. Let's see who's doing what next. Starting, of course, with Wessex. We haven't really done much recently. No, that's my own troops, just moving into defensive positions. And nothing from... Oh, blimey. Right, some of the... there's Cornwall. Cornwall is interested. And also, Mercia's pretty much been defeated at this point. They're pretty much flipping done, but I won't be the one to deliver the killing blow. Cornwall is moving into a defensive position to potentially deal... Oh, yeah, Northumbria has been destroyed. I know this guy is... Right. Apparently... well, I kind of assumed from the mission I was the one that had to, eliminate Northumbria, but apparently not. Apparently I didn't need to flipping bother. As long as they are dead and I hold those two settlements, that's good enough. So war fervor just went up flipping massively, although I don't get any benefit from that, so whatever. Possibly it's going to take a turn to update, because it looks distinctly like war fervor's at about 0 right now, just from the bar, but it says 35. So hopefully that will just recalculate at some point. And finally, Wessex has flipping woken up. Lovely. Though we can't actually let them have this territory. We might actually have to move some troops down. You're healing up, having just taken a bit of damage down there. Oh, actually. You know, I didn't actually want to take Bath, but it will be a nice, easy one to hold. Like, I don't actually want to take all this territory off you, but I'm going to be honest. Bath was just sort of in the flipping way, so I'm very sorry about that. So we'll just be having that, just because, it was literally on the road to moving down here to block you from doing anything stupid. Because I could try and block this little force from going over here and taking this, but I'm more interested in getting this guy over here to deal with... Oh. Right. The giant forces of Cornwall appear to be heading in this direction. Are they trying to march straight at me right now? They might be. Also, how big's the garrison here? No garrison, aside from, well, the basic garrison. This is a high-level city, so as a result of just being tier 5, it gets some extra garrison. So there's not an insignificant garrison. Now that means I probably shouldn't go and try and take this... Ooh, but how far can you get this turn? Or rather, next turn. They can get to this bridge. If I was to go and offer them battle on the bridge... Okay, like my original plan was going to be, I'm just going to get on the boat, I'm just going to sail down here, and I'm going to go and take this area down here to Tarnus. But if I actually offer them battle on the bridge, the game is being a little bit fussy about this. You're not allowed to actually stand on a bridge anymore. It looks like you can't stand on a bridge, you actually have to stand just inside a bridge. If I offer them battle on the bridge, I'm kind of curious what they do, because I actually can't get over... I can't get over to them right now anyway, and can actually... I'm not actually allowed to stand on the bridge, which I used to, indicate that you were guarding a bridge, but whatever. I'm also just going to start throwing up some garrisons around the edge of the Empire, because, anything that's on the coast may shortly start running into some difficulties. So just in case that does turn out to be the case, let's just start upgrading these settlements so there's actually room to start throwing down some extra garrisons. So we can have Norwich and Ranelagsham and Colchester and London and, Hastings and Canterbury. All of them ought to be decently guarded. There we flipping go. Garrison right flipping there. It won't be enough to hold off a horde, but it will be enough to do some damage to them and hold them off at least a little bit. Time for me to get reinforcements over there at the bare minimum. Though I will actually also, just because it fits into my plan, over here at Brideport, I'm going to actually train myself a new guy. And he's purely going to be there. Yeah, you can have +2 zeal. Why the hell not, eh? You can basically just be recruited. And this guy's only job is going to be sailing out from Brideport to go and seize this territory just to save me the trouble of sending my main army down there. That's all he's going to do. Though just for safety, maybe I'll just give him, like, you know, I'll just give him a few little units just to help him along. There you flipping go. Just so you've got something. Then this army deals with the Cornish that seem to be marching in that direction, and then goes to take care of, yeah, this village, and then Exeter. And once that's taken care of, we should actually be in excellent shape for Somerset to be taken. That will be lovely. Though, I believe this turn right up here, and just by the way, the Welsh pretty much control all of Wales, apart from this little bit that belongs to some Irish Sea Kings, and a tiny bit up here. I believe this is all Mercia have left at this point. The Unbreakable Wall with one damaged guy. I'm gonna be honest, I reckon it's breakable. But my force right here can now basically, yeah, declare war on these guys, immediately attack them. That's absolutely fine. We go in there. We are at war. Time to finish these bastards off. What have they even got at this point? Some levy spearmen, Welsh swordsmen, Welsh archers. They are actually good archers. The Welsh have good skirmishers and good archers. I think they're a really fun faction to play as, together with a whole bunch of horses. But I've got the spearmen to see them off. That'll be fine. Right, let's just quickly edge these guys up to the line. Yep, they're going to start moving forwards. Lovely. Now, what have we got coming in here? Obviously, we've got cavalry deciding to charge straight forward, because why wouldn't they get the other spearmen ready to move around here? And then get one of you just getting around here, and one of you getting round here. I've actually got my, yeah, I've got my decent cav right here, so my decent cav should easily be able to handle all of this. Meanwhile, I'm just firing in over here. These guys can just basically take care of all of this. I can chase off their archers using... That is actually... Wow, okay, their leader's on horseback. Didn't know that was going to be a thing. Well, this is fine because... Ooh, Welsh Levy Spearmen apparently can take my flipping Danelaw Axemen. Lardy flipping dar. Well, we'll need to actually provide some support to them then. And looks like my archers have an excellent opportunity over on the left to start getting into a good position to start shooting all this down. And yeah, my horses can now just see off the Welsh archers. They won't be causing too much more trouble. My spearmen have basically got on top of all of these guys. That's absolutely fine. And this puts my guys in excellent... Okay, seriously, guys. Do you maybe want to actually, you know, fight at some point? You guys are just chasing off these guys. These guys are, I think, trying to get on top of my archers, but it's not working so hot for you. Where are my archers on this side, by the way? They're in here. Okay, you guys, the actual spearmen, make sure you just see off these bastards, please. Because these guys need to get over into a good position over here. Everyone else is just getting on with all of this. Yeah, these horses are 100% trying to actually get on top of there. You just... basically ignore those horses as best you can and just ignore all of that. You guys fire straight into here, and you guys, yeah, fire straight into here. Lovely. You got temporarily caught in that actual melee, but nothing too major. These guys are starting to back off at this point. If you just want to take out them, you want to chase them. But actually, we got ourselves some flipping generals right here with only 13 strength remaining. So you basically, yeah, get the spearmen on top of them. We've got spearmen coming in to intercept their leader. Right now, I think we should just about catch him. Come on, come on, pull him into a fight, pull him into a fight. We're almost flipping there. And then we've got fire coming over here. We've got ourselves archers firing over here. Yeah, this is all looking absolutely fine. There's a couple of Welsh lads trying to chase off my horses. I saw them in time, so that's fine. You guys just go and basically start taking out these lads. This is actually probably the most dangerous thing left on the field, so I'm going to turn my archers over there. My cavalry is doing very well. Where's this cav? This cav's over here. Chase these guys off. I think that should be about your lot, if you guys actually wanted to bother, like, doing your job or whatever. There we go. Very nice. Yeah, nice, quick, simple one there. So, these guys I can now subjugate. So, down he goes. Settlement falls to us. They die to the last man. And you are subjugated. Congratulations, you now work for me. And war fervor is just ticking. There we go. That's more flipping like it. Ooh, that's good. With war fervor high enough, flipping campaign movement range up. Very, very good indeed. And replenishment chance up as well. Blimey. Okay, I like this. I like this a lot. So, you guys now work for me. That should, if I'm right, bring me to 11. 11 out of 12. Very, very good indeed. Now, do I actually want to... Yeah, this guy can just run straight over here and take this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend a little bit of money just basically now recruiting this guy. I'm actually now out of leaders. Yeah, unfortunately, it's actually going to take me a little bit of time to actually get leaders back. Let's just basically move you here. Give you a handful of units just to start you off. We'll give you, yeah, some Danelaw Axemen and some basic cav and all of that. There we go. That's plenty. In fact, hang on. What's actually coming in? What's coming in is... Probably should have given you an archer, given they're so powerful. But that will probably be enough to see you off for the time being. Unless, of course, he trades a whole bunch of stuff and just comes in. He might attack this guy anyway. If he does, whatever, doesn't matter. Now, I've also got this massive army just chilling out here in Chester. That was kind of designed to, yeah, deal with the threat of Merce. But I'm not sure Merce really poses a threat anymore. So, as we have got, yeah, decent armies up here already, this army in Chester can start moving... Actually, I probably should keep one decent-sized army around here, purely for the sake of, yeah, because this guy can move down south nice and easily at this point. These guys are vassals, don't care about them. This army should probably stay up here as an emergency army just to make sure Powys doesn't get any stupid ideas. In fact, for that exact reason, I'm going to move them down here to... possibly Shrewsbury, I'm not 100% sure. We'll just move them there and we'll keep them there and everything will be fine. That will basically just keep Wales in line. And Chester has got good, proper Roman walls, so if I just basically toss down a garrison there, yeah, there's no chance they're pushing through the gate there. This place is settled down, this place isn't particularly vulnerable, and then, yeah, this isn't actually a city either, so that's not a big deal. And then Gloucester has also got a garrison, so that should be absolutely fine. Yeah, Wales should be fairly well secure. Now, Wessex, what have you got planned for me? You're actually planning to... Right, that guy's running north. The one guy left in Merce just... Oh! That's flipping balls. He's sending one guy basically on his own, and oh... I think they're doing exactly what I was hoping they were going to do. Right, so... Basically, the entirety of Cornwall has decided to come and attack me. And if I'm lucky, I've got a bridge to defend, because I've got 4 archers and 4 skirmishers, and some excellent quality Anglian champions to guard the bridge. Yeah, I think we can handle this, actually. You know, it's kind of a shame this is happening. I was kind of hoping Cornwall would stay out of it, because Cornwall at some point might think, hey, why are we bothering to follow Wessex's order and pay them tribute every turn, when we're actually stronger than them in terms of our army? But, yeah. A shame, but they've decided to fight us instead. And looks like we have indeed got a bridge battle. Exactly what I flipping wanted. And it's also not much of a bridge. And also there's a weird thing here. I'm not sure what that's supposed to be, but okay. Yeah, it's a very short bridge. And just the one as well. Fine. So we basically just need to draw up here and then just fire everything we've got into them while our Anglian champions just basically stand and fight. Just actually check they're the best lads, because just because they're my most advanced units, it doesn't mean they're actually necessarily the best defensively. So these guys have got, yeah, 129 and 98 guys present. So they've got melee skill of 57, shield 36, armor 27. Actually, this guy's, yeah, that's the same. These guys have got... They've got less armor. Fine. Melee damage is actually a tiny bit... Yeah, a tiny bit higher. Melee skill a tiny bit higher, even though these guys are only actually tier 1. Oh, these are shield biters. Oh, these are old shield biters. Fine, I need to upgrade these guys at some point. Well, the important thing is, these guys have got some pretty damn tough armor on them. So yeah, these guys will work fine as a front line. And these guys at the back with far worse armor can just be a secondary line. And meanwhile, oh yeah, of course, don't forget, we've got Godwin himself. So Godwin can actually be part of the second line and kind of be thrown in pretty early on, but not quite at the front. And then we just have archers on one side and javelin men on the other, and everything will be fine. Right, that'll do, and begin the battle. And where the heck are the... Okay, see the reinforcements coming in over there. Where's the actual main force? It might just spawn in just a second. Right, you guys... Yes, I'm aware about light melee infantry. Please stop telling me. Right, you guys, get yourselves right at the front here, please. Right at the flipping front. And bear in mind, yeah, I need my archers to ideally be in a position to shoot into the side of them. So archers over there. And then we just need a secondary line of troops ready to guard the sides and the flanks and whatnot. That will be absolutely fine. In fact, actually, one of you can just basically, just for safety, can just get down over there. And then the actual leader can be right here, providing massive morale bonuses right there. And then the cav is just in a position to just deal with anything that shows up. That will do. There we go. They've bothered spawning in. Well done. So what we do know is, yeah, they've got longbowmen. So they're going to have some really good ranged units. So we knew about that already. So they're going to do some damage to me with, ouch, yeah, tier 3 retinue bow infantry. Those guys are going to have good range and whatnot. But I cannot send cavalry over the river to deal with it. What I can do is I can counterfire for the time being. So they're going to do damage to me. I'm going to do damage to them too. But actually, those are javelin men. Don't fire on them for the time being. Ignore javelin men. But if you can take out those longbowmen, please flipping do. So, turn, yeah, if you need to turn. And for some reason, we're firing and they're not. Oh, they've got something coming in here. Right, okay. Bear in mind, we got the javelin men. Yeah, we got 4 times javelin men at the other side. So we're firing and counter-firing. Luckily, right now they're firing on my spearmen. That works for me. In fact, actually, that really worked. And you know why this works for me? It's because everybody can activate your flipping little shield castle. So now they have got themselves an extra plus 40 to missile block chance. So they're going to take a lot less damage. And meanwhile, my actual arch troops can just basically start firing on them. And it looks to me like, okay, some of them are starting to actually fall apart already. That's Welsh javelins. Focus on the Welsh archers, just for the time being. They're not planning to push over the bridge just yet, however. If I could see off some of their missile troops right now... Are you guys not planning to fire? There we go. And they're being seen off as well. They're just being torn apart. Good. They tried to fire on our spearmen, and we were able to block them with these beautiful, beautiful shield castles. So that actually worked really nice. Probably the first time I've bothered using that in the entire game. But there we go, it's fun. Right, you guys, just move forward a little bit. I think at this point, they're going to actually wait until the reinforcements show up from over there before they try and advance. Now, I'm going to turn fire at will off for the time being, because no, they're moving in. They are 100% moving in, and that's absolutely fine, because these guys, all of you, go into guard mode, please. And actually, if they're going to send over scout horsemen first, probably best we actually get you onto the bridge to actually see that off. Yeah, it's the cavalry that's coming in first, but this cavalry is going to be shredded very, very flipping quickly if it decides what it wants to do is try and bypass everything I've got going on here. Right, okay. They're actually just sending over the cav. The cav is collapsing fast. These guys, okay. You guys, back on fire at will mode, please, because they're actually advancing. They're sending over javelin men. No, hang on, no, that's spearmen, sorry. Yeah, levy spearmen first. So, if you would like to... open fire. Oh, these guys. Oh, guys, you're about to have a really flipping bad day. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And then in is going to come. You know what, you guys, just draw it right here. Draw it right flipping here, because you are not so important. And, oh, yeah. Those guys are being shredded. Basically, nothing can get across the bridge. But I need to be a little bit careful. I'm going to run out of arrows at some point. So I don't want these guys actually utilising... Oh, they're firing on us again. We're being fired on by something. Okay, taking fire. From who? Who exactly is firing on you? Because I don't see any arrows in the air right now. So I'm not quite sure who's supposed to be I don't see a single arrow. Was that friendly fire? It might have been. Right, are my archers by any chance? No, they are not in range to do anything else. I think these guys are pretty much out of... yeah, out of archers or anything similar. There's like a handful of Welsh archers over there, but they're not anything major. I'm willing to just ignore them. I don't want to bother taking them out. Are they... okay, I'm going to fire with one of my units just on them, just to deal with that. The rest of these guys, Welsh spearmen, Welsh levy spearmen. I tell you what, target a little bit of fire over there. Just basically start weakening these guys down a little bit. And these guys are going to go straight down to... oh, yeah. That'll flipping do. These guys are tier 2, lads. I'm just going to put a bit of fire. Just concentrate it on the more difficult stuff. So, for example, that's Welsh levy. That's... ooh, Welsh levy axeman. That's a good flipping target right there. And in come the reinforcements. So they're going to try and do the push in a minute. These guys are... oh, these guys definitely are taking fire. Right, you guys, shield castle up. You're being fired upon by... I think there's a handful of archers at the rear over there. Oh, yeah, there's a full-strength unit of Welsh archers at the back there. Okay, guys, everyone into your castles, please. By any chance, do we actually have range on them right now? Oh, we 100% do. Right, everybody, focus firepower on those archers. I want them dealt with. So if we actually want to take them out, they're going to be seen off momentarily. They're not actually wearing armor, so that's bad for them. There's a handful of fire coming from the rear somewhere. I'm happy to just take them out. Oh yeah, and that's going to take out some of these actual Welsh javelinmen, hopefully at the same time with a bit of friendly fire. Well, not really friendly fire, just... ooh. Okay. Their leader's naffed off over there. Well, that's absolutely fine. You guys... oh, they are pushing in. Okay. Right, the actual push is now coming. These guys, you just get out of your shield castle. And you guys just basically start firing at anything you feel like, really. Just basically take all of this out and just open fire. Yeah, fine. And fire at will back on, please. These guys will begin firing momentarily. They're already on fire at will. They can just fire at anything. So all the flipping javelins in the world are about to hit over here. If you guys want to try and hit these guys and you guys want to try and hit these guys, that would just be flipping great. And yeah, right now my main axe infantry have barely been touched. My javelins are just going to come in over here and do huge amounts of flipping damage. This all flipping works. Let's just kind of stretch a bit of fire over here. Stretch a bit of fire over here as well. They're already starting to panic. These guys will not stand and fight forever, but they're steady for now. But just look at the firepower coming in from both sides. Oh, this is just flipping lovely. Oh, yeah. Let's just quickly check the... oh, dear. The enemy general died. How did he die? He was over there. Unless, of course, there was a different one that came in over here. But apparently the enemy general is dead. So that's good. And these guys have just... oh, bridge battles are just as beautiful and sexy as they ever were. There's a flipping lot of Welsh spearmen here, and I don't think they want to be here anymore. Our general's under attack, but it's pretty damn light. Where are the oh, the reinforcements are already here. This is it. This is all they flipping got. You guys are almost out of ammunition, so be flipping careful. Change your targets if need be. Hit these guys. This is all looking actually pretty damn sexy, actually. This is fine. There's a couple of better quality units here. You're actually out of ammo. Yeah, we are running out of ammo fast. Yeah, there's some good quality spearmen right there. So if you want to target your fire on any of that, that will actually do quite nicely. There's, yeah, in comes the main lad. You guys, Ode of Flaming Arrows, target his cav if you can. He's coming in with cavalry right now. Our men are running from the enemy. It's not that shameful. They did a very, very good job. Right, so you guys, at this point, basically just stand and fight while we just deal with all of this. They're not getting through here. They are not getting through here. The scouts are trying to get through. That is just some random... oh, in comes the flames as well. In comes the flames. He's already down to 34 and falling. Last few units trying to push across here. We are pretty much out of ammunition at this point. And it looks to me like, yeah, their own leader has decided he can't be bothered with any of this anymore. In comes a little bit of flaming arrows there. It's probably about time we sent in... How would our own cavalry do? Our cavalry would still struggle. There's actually still a lot of men on the field. But I feel like, yeah, what I've got set against them should be easily able to handle this. Our men run from the battle. Well, one guy did. One guy did. It's fine. You just see off these lads. These guys apparently represent low threats. If I were to send in, yeah, my Thane lads should be able to handle this. Okay. All of you, out of guard mode. It's time to start chunking. Fight back. Fight your way over this bridge. You should be able to handle this at this point. So, you guys, that's just Welsh javelins. That's their leader. Just stay focused on him. You've still got a handful of arrows remaining. Just, oh, that's flipping Welsh archers over there. I think this is way more in my favour than the little indicator is saying right now. I think actually what's left is, for the most part... Oh, yeah. Yeah. My axemen soon are just going to start chopping through. These guys are going to collapse. In fact, it might actually be time to deploy what's even left. There's some Welsh levy lads. Get in there. Is it time for... Yeah, I'm going to send some horsemen up because I just kind of want Anglian champions get in. My own horses might be able to actually do a little push over the bridge. So I'm just going to push in with some horses. They've got some lads over here. They are actually trying to fire. You guys are actually still in shield castles. That's literally the stupidest target you could have gone for. These guys have taken no damage at all, basically. Horses coming in, trying to just push straight through Welsh javelinmen. They will retreat automatically. Because if I can just basically push a single unit of... Oh, yeah. Yeah. Guys, it's time to push. It's time to flipping push. Get forward. Get in there. See them off. There's nothing left but javelinmen at this point. Get in. This entire army's collapsing. So long, Cornwall. You could have been independent. You could have joined with me. You could have thrown off the yoke of your oppressors. But you didn't. And now, as a result, you're dead. So, deploy my horsemen. Let's get ourselves a handful of kills. Yeah, there we flipping go. Straight through all of them. Straight through all of them. Oh, that was good. That worked out pretty nicely. So, Cornwall has been pretty much entirely crushed. And there we are. We've managed to create a bit of... we've managed to create a bit of a lovely bottleneck with our horses. And now our men are coming in just to flipping mop up. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think I can deal with this. I tell you what's a shame, though. It's another way that kind of, in some ways, Rome 1 was the best Total War because so many fun little touches in it never came back. Notice how there's no bodies in the water being carried downstream. That was in Rome 1, then it sort of fell out, and after that I don't think it ever came back. Real shame, it was a lovely touch. So, how many of them are actually left? 500 out of an original army of 3,000 across 2. We killed, I think, their king, but I think their actual faction head did make it away safely. So, you guys have been well taken care of. I could actually take you on. Only 390 for ransoming. It's so little, it's weird. You know what? You guys are just going down. Sorry. I just want you dead. So those armies have been well taken care of. They're trying to recruit, I think. I saw the number just go up. I'm not sure quite how it went up, but it seems to have done. Now, what about Orkney? We need to keep an eye on Orkney. Okay. Weirdly, they've got one army just naffing off over there, which is fascinating. And yeah, we killed those guys. War further went down, which is weird because we just won a spectacular flipping victory. But alright, what have you. You guys get out on the sea. I'm aware you're going to be suffering from seasickness. And then, yeah, just head down here, take this little settlement. So what's left at this point is, yeah, it's a handful of survivors, but they're not in good shape. And as we were hoping for, we saved this territory because these guys couldn't actually get in. Though speaking of which, I've got bad news, guys, which is I can't really let you have that. And we may as well have this for ourselves because this is... Yeah, we've actually got ourselves a nice priory coming up here. So we kind of may as well just take this and just then basically chase you down as well. Do we actually want to defeat Wessex? We could just defeat Wessex, damn it. Like, they're pretty much on their last legs at this point. In fact, yeah, this little force I set up here just to defend this, they can just basically go and take Glastonbury. Because Glastonbury, I'm pretty sure, had a priory in it, a church or something. So, hang on, convert that, please. Yeah, with double church, I can actually basically do as much silver mining as I want to, which will be flippin' lovely, because that'll be a valuable trade resource. And by the way, we've got some research to be done. Do I need professional spearmen in order to have recruitment cost down, upkeep cost up? Could do without that, or +1 food for all my archers. But, replenishment chance up for my archers, that's good. But now I've actually got this open, I also have infantry logistics, so way more in the recruitment pool, but +1 unit food upkeep. Okay, that's certainly one option. Or cavalry, charge bonuses up, and melee skill up. Okay, what's going on over in civic? I tell you what, money's not quite as good as it used to be. I'm going to take +15% market in all territories. That is going to be worth a lot of flipping money to us. Now, next obvious move, I need these guys wrapped up. That'll be a nice, easy auto-resolve, to be honest. Oh, yeah, super easy. Let's just fight aggressively to make sure they flipping go down. Yep, that is pretty aggressive. Well done. So I'm pretty sure he's gone down, close by to Exeter. I may as well just, yeah, kill them all. Make sure they all go down. Make sure they're not coming back. War fervor goes up. Now, I can't actually get over here just because of the way the river works. So I may as well just make sure you go down as well. Once again, an aggressive auto-resolve will be fine. And not that aggressive. But I tell you what, it'll do the job. In fact, actually, yeah, getting over to this little settlement's going to be quite flipping tricky. Because how exactly do they get from Exeter over to whatever this is? Because there's no bridge. The only bridge seems to be way up here, which is not bloody convenient. Rather weirdly, I might actually have to use this small army to swing down here, grab that, and then actually use that to grab this, while this guy is just working on flipping Exeter. And here's something fun. Gwyneth's back. So it would appear that, yeah, for whatever reason, I'm assuming... Actually, I assume these guys... Yeah, these guys from the... I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that. Yeah, these guys from the little faction that's down here, isn't it? You're the boat guys, the Irish Sea Kings, who, yeah, have actually got a little foothold in Wales. You decided to come up here, kill the Merse capital, and then basically, yeah, resurrect Gwyneth. So flipping Gwyneth are now back. So that's nice. And perfect timing, Leeds needs a garrison. And we may as well also give them, yeah, the increased tavern, because the tavern is good. And you guys can also just have... yeah, screw it. It's cheap and there's nothing else it needs to be doing. Have yourself a garrison 3 here. Orkney is concerning me. Alright, anything from Wessex? No, literally no movement. Fine. Keep an eye on Dublin. Right, there's what's left of Somerset just chilling out. Orkney is... okay, rather reassuringly, the forces of Orkney, many of them seem to be heading north. They don't seem interested in attacking me just yet. And then this force is... oh! Hello, was that the end of Merse? That might have been the end of Merse. And a rebel force over in Brugge or whatever seems to have done the job pretty nicely. Although I will say something odd has just happened, which is... for some reason, our food has just... wait, what just happened to flipping food? Guys... what just happened to the food? I'm not sure. Though actually, if there's going to be a rebellion anywhere, I'm kind of glad it's here, because I've literally got an army right here to come and deal with that. But I've no idea what the hell just happened to the food there. Right, just basically deal with these bastards who decided to rebel. Then need to keep an eye on happiness, because if we've got a little rebellion there, that was actually an easy to deal with one. But if we had a rebellion there, that means there might be problems somewhere else. Happiness might be worse than I thought it was. And, okay. I'm aware that, yeah, the army flippin' loves me, war fervor's up, the English hate me, it's fine. Okay, what happened to all the food? I swear there should be more food than that. Right, we'll stick to the plan for the time being. This little force makes it to land over here and can take this settlement next turn. Alright, there's a tiny, tiny Somerset force here, but it's going to be weak and it's going to take them a while to actually get anywhere. These guys are just up here, so if I'm going to be actually taking this bridge anyway, I kind of may as well just go and take this settlement too. Because why not, eh? We'll occupy that. Maybe there's a farm there. There was a farm there! I thought I remembered that. Right, so food is apparently nowhere near as high as I thought. I thought I had like 200 spare food. Do we like have a special, like, thing or something? Is there like a special event? Well, I don't see it But yeah, faction destroyed. Mercia has indeed gone down. What was actually the event that in the end killed them? Did you guys... You guys actually took that territory. So yeah, the guys who were down here in Wales now also have a tiny bit at the north of Wales. And Gwynedd, well, Gwyned's in a bit of a difficult situation because they've got literally nowhere to expand to, but whatever, eh? Right, let's just check in on the happiness here. So, yeah, actually, for the most part, the Empire is either fine or pretty damn happy. If anything, I could probably get away with putting up taxes to get a ton of extra food in. But probably what I should just do instead is stay where we are, break down any units we don't actually need, and instead just invest in some farms. We'll be okay for the time being. I mean, farm upgrades tend to be pretty on the cheap side, and I've got a bunch of, I've got a bunch of ones I can just do dotted around the Empire. Oh, this is fun. So over here, in the capital we took off Wessex, there's actually a special unique building. So a court school. And that is going to give +2 happiness, +3 XP for generals per turn, +5 fame, +10% research rate for the entire faction, and -15% corruption. I was going to actually stick down just a garrison here, but go on. I'll have a flipping court school. That sounds like a fun, unique building. Now, everyone's actually going to take a little bit of damage over the next turn or two, just because, starvation is actually kicking in. And by the way, you spearmen can be upgraded, for the most part anyway. I can't actually afford all of it. And yeah, everyone's kind of starving to death. There's a lot of garrisons taking damage all of a sudden. But it should be mostly fine. Especially now we've managed to stabilise that just a little bit. What else do I need to do here? Perfect world, I need to... okay. I need you to die and... okay, fine, screw it. Wessex, you can just flipping die. You get over here and just basically knock these guys out. That's fine. Auto-resolve that. Fight aggressively. I just want him dead, please. Their king just came over here completely on his own. Ballsy, didn't work out. And in fact, as we need to actually clear out a little bit of space right now, this entire army can be disbanded. So we're just going to clear out this entire tiny army now it's killed that guy. So he just goes down. And then this force comes over here. And this place has got itself... yeah, it's got a big garrison, but if we just basically wait them out with this force... actually, this force needs some repairs. I'm just going to move this force to here and basically wait for a bit, and apparently you can... okay, I need to upgrade you guys at some point, can't quite afford it at the minute. This guy can just pick off anything that comes out of here, but at this point this is literally Wessex. That's all Wessex has flipping got. And actually, you know what? Wessex, you're down to 1 flipping settlement. Okay, now what I'm going to say is you need to... it would be insulting. Yeah, it would be insulting to be a vassal, but you don't have much choice. You've got literally nothing left. Right, any major movement. That's just one of my own armies. I'm moving back into some friendlier, more useful territory. Gwynedd gets to reappear. Dublin is on the move by the looks of it, doing pretty well. Somerset is... oh! Somerset just hopped over the river. Like, that's a thing you're allowed to do, which possibly they are, I'm not sure. Orkney's continuing to naff off with Northumbria defeated. Good. I'm just glad they're not interested in me, and if they are going to attack me, it's now going to take them a long time to get back. So this all works just fine. And by the way, whoever's blackmailing me, here, have some flipping money. And hang on, one of Wessex's Welsh vassals declares an independence. What? I could have sworn they already had. That's... oh! I wouldn't really consider... okay. I agree that, like, you know, Cornwall is Celtic. They're not actually... well, would you call Celtic Welsh? I don't know if those things are kind of synonymous. Okay, I wouldn't have used that phrasing, but good. It would appear that, yes, indeed, Cornwall has thrown off the yoke of oppression. Marvellous. And now the plan can continue. I can start walking straight into this here territory. I can just basically occupy this immediately. That gives me visibility of Cornwall. Now, Cornwall is now presumably, because they're fighting a war of independence, you guys, I'm willing to basically have peace with you. Because right now, yeah, peace. Let's have some peace. Yay, peace. So me and Cornwall are now at peace. That works for me. How would you guys like to be? You probably don't want to be friends. I may have just slightly murdered literally your entire army, so they're not going to be friends at all. But in time, we are going to actually, you know, get on better with them. That's great. So we don't have to worry about Cornwall, at least for the time being. And with that bit of peace achieved, war fervour goes up even flipping further. Love it, love it, love it. Are you guys ready to? Yeah, you guys need to. Perfect world now. Come down here and deal with this. While this force comes up here and deals with that. That will work out beautifully. I mean, this army could do with a moment more to recover to be honest, but there's nothing dangerous on the path here. You may as well just come here, because I believe this territory is, yeah, no garrison. So, this force can basically just come here, put this place under siege. Meanwhile, this force can come over here, and in 2 turns can get up here. That's absolutely spot on. And my armies and their redistribution is still going well. We've now got forces in Canterbury. We've got forces down here in not Southampton. We've got forces dotted around over here, of course, and we've got forces up north in Colchester. So, at this point, wherever those bastards decide to start spawning... In fact, actually, we've got another force here in London, or at least we've got one... Hang on. We did have a force coming in. Wait, where's the force that was coming towards London? Where did you bastards go? I swear I had a force that was walking straight at London, and... Oh, wait, hang on. No, that was the force I've just moved to Canterbury. Fine. That will be that force. Right, so I've got a force in Canterbury. Colchester's just fine. London's currently unguarded, but does have Roman walls and a garrison. And we've also got garrisons coming in across the Empire. So yeah, we got garrisons there, and no garrison here just yet, but we will get one in a few turns. So Hastings might be a bit of a soft spot just for the minute. I might actually want to... Okay, this church is just giving me 2. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to demolish this church and just get a new garrison here in Hastings. I want the coast protected. Right, keep time ticking along. Wessex, no movement from them at the bare minimum. Yes, indeed. Dublin are on the march and doing very well. Looks to me like Cornwall is, yeah, the newly independent Cornwall I'm at peace with, is going to start jumping into action. They're presumably automatically at war with Somerset, and also, ooh... Okay, so who gets a giant pile of gold? Let's try and keep the English under control here. Favour the English. War further goes down a little bit. That's absolutely fine. Oh, the money technology just came in. Now, what's this? Plus 10 to Here King Army. That doesn't help me a huge amount, to be honest. Could get some more fame coming in. That's plus 15% farm all regions. That's not bad at all. What's over here? 15% industrial regions. Not great. Yeah, going towards that and then going to plus 20% more food production. That wouldn't be a terrible thing in the slightest, but I do think I need to do the Hunter Society to get more and more archers in the pool. That would be useful. And yeah, that technology is just giving me like 3,000 more gold. That was definitely flipping worth it. And yeah, no movement whatsoever from Wessex. They haven't even trained a new leader at this point. So keep some more farms coming in. I need more food coming in. This army is almost ready, and it is spring. Okay, you move in this direction up here, ready to take that. You are probably in a... Wait, hang on. Right. We got ourselves a force of little guys attempting to attack Brideport. Well, that's unfortunate for you. Right, maintain the siege over here. This is honestly not even that much. It's a decent but not spectacular garrison. We should just be able to basically just knock our way straight for all of that. This force can just move straight over here. Annoyingly, I don't really have the ability to deal with these bastards. This guy can't get down there, but he could get down over here. And then, if they do decide to take that next turn, he should be able to basically just walk straight over and take it straight back. So this guy is going to divert away from dealing with Wessex and come over there. Because I think I actually do have another army. Yeah, I've got another army right here. That army can divert to Bath and deal with any risk posed by any tiny Wessex force they decide to train in a hurry. And by the way, you guys need some major upgrades. Right, moving on. Let's see if exactly what I was expecting to happen happens. Cornwall is just on the move. Somerset naffs off back home and is able to re-enter their city because they actually have boats and a sea entrance. So that works absolutely fine. Somerset have basically decided they want to see out the siege and defend their last city. Those guys naff off home. This force is nothing of note, to be honest. These guys can head up here and take out Somerset's second last city. Lovely. And once again, the English despise me. It's fine, don't worry about it. And that means, just for safety, we probably want to see off Wessex. So, you guys get over here and get those bastards under siege. That's one hell of an army, so quite frankly, we may as well just wait them out. I don't want to be going up against the walls with them. So, have some siege equipment just in case, but for the most part, leave them be. In fact, I've got a bit of a plan. I've got this second army right here. May as well actually flip in, use it for something, get them a bit involved. And mean, with this, yeah, actually, you guys could go down nice and easy. Right, anyone interested in coming out for a bit of a Barney? Yes, they are. Wessex, rather than actually waiting us out, decided to come and fight in the open field. So, this is it. The last moments of Wessex, their final stand. Interesting to note, they've actually got 6 sets of javelin men, but not a single archer on the field. Advantage me, I would say. But watch out for those mailed thanes. They're going to be able to take out anything that I've got one-on-one. Oh wow, we've got ourselves an interesting battlefield here. It's right in the middle of a flipping marsh. Right, we might actually be able to, yeah, sort of accidentally funnel them. How exactly are they planning to get to us here? If we were to just go into, no, if we went to the middle, they wouldn't actually be able to make it over to us. So they wouldn't be able to come this way. Like, if I was to like, basically just draw up over here, we might actually be able to, like, bottleneck them here if they start over here and try and just walk through all of this. We might be able to bottleneck them. Yeah, sure, I'll give it a flipping go, see if that works. Because, yeah, there's a logical route. If they start over here, they might try and walk through here, to get to here, and then we could actually have them caught in a bottleneck. Yeah, actually, right here. I'm just going to draw up some troops right here and see what flipping happens. Right, just start the battle and see what the hell's going to happen. So, yeah, they have started on the marsh. I think they're doing it. I think they're going to walk straight into, basically, yeah, a really, really flipping tight marsh. Now, that just works beautifully for me, because that means I can just basically put my archers right flipping here. Oh, yeah, this is just marvellous. And that means, yeah, I want these guys to be more like here. You guys can just basically guard this area here. And then you guys with your, hang on, no, you skirmish off, but you fire at will on. You guys can just basically chill out over here and just basically do whatever the hell you feel like. Oh, yeah, this works beautifully. Because if they're coming in here, I think they are going to try and walk their way straight through this marsh. Oh, this is perfect. They didn't even need to do this. Basically, Wessex is going to be defeated ultimately by their own stupidity. And the nice thing about it being a tight little battle like this is it means every single one of my units can be inside the general's radius of effect. Very, very good. Ah, but watch out for one thing around here. Is that cav by any chance? No, that's just some random flipping axemen just naffing off over here, being the only guys who are clever enough to realise that this is bloody idiocy. So yeah, if there's going to be one unit just naffing off over here, who can I deal with? Okay, one of my basic spear infantry can apparently deal with these guys no problem at all. So I'm just going to deploy one of my spear units around there just to basically see him off. Right, with a really, really convoluted backstab taken care of, and by the way, I'm aware of my bloody light melee infantry, in they come! In comes the flipping javelin man. This is all very weird. Just sending the javelin man up front. Okay, deploy the horsemen just to basically chase them off. Make sure they don't actually cause any trouble for us. Yeah, there we go. I don't want them at the front, please. So the horses can basically just chase off these guys too. There we go. You guys don't want to be here. Thought flipping not. So we're just going to chase them off. And then pull the cavalry straight back out again. Just make sure the javelins don't really get any good hits in. And yeah, there's a couple of light javelin hits coming there. But now at this point, their entire army is just basically walking straight into a kill zone. So, honestly, this all works pretty nicely for me. So if you guys just want to, yeah, fire at whatever the hell you feel like, just go right ahead. And in comes a great big tight cluster of units. They're going to start falling over very, very quickly indeed. Yep, they probably are not happy about being in here. Now, who's actually under fire right now? It is you. Right, you go into your shield castle. You can basically just absorb any hits there. We've got our own little skirmishers round the side right here, and they're going to provide some backup firepower. Lovely. So in comes some fire over there. Those javelin men are being seen off very, very flipping quickly. These guys will be able to take this at least for the moment, and then these guys can basically just fire at whatever the hell they feel like. So if you guys just want to throw over the top, that will be fine. Okay, and these guys are already starting to fall apart. There goes more. If you guys actually want to hit over here, actually no, this would be good. Yeah, the mailed thanes. Focus your firepower on the stuff that we know is bad, like the mailed thanes and the mailed sexers, because those guys are going to flipping hurt. So you guys, I'd like you to be a little bit more... Okay, you hit over here. I need you guys to basically just be hitting these guys. Can you actually get over there? You can get the odd javelin in. It's not great, but it's going to do the job. And then we should have, yeah, better fire coming from over there. These guys are doing very, very nicely. Archers are just firing in over here. This is all absolutely fine. These guys are starting to take bad damage. Good, 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 good. And then in just comes more fire. And they are just not going to be able to penetrate this line. That's it. They can't penetrate this line. And these archers can basically just keep shooting for flipping days. So we've also got their leader right there. He's mailed spearman. Focus your firepower on these mailed thanes just for the time being. I think these might be the most dangerous things on the field. So, open fire. And they're going to start taking some damage very, very quickly indeed. Now, there's plenty of javelins at the back. Question is, could I get my... You know I could. Right, scouts, you're pretty fast. Get around over here. Let's loot around the back here if you can. And hit these guys in the rear. Might actually do a pretty damn good job. What are you guys doing, by the way? You guys are just trying to get some stuff in. Honestly, I'm not sure you can hit. Right. In which case, target these here javelin men. Yeah, just target the javelin men yourselves. It seems like you can't really hit these guys particularly effectively. There's too much of our friendly units in the way. So you may as well get your javelins over there so you're actually doing some damage, because those guys are definitely hurting us. Scouts working around the top here. These guys are still eager, so you guys just work around the back there. Remember, those guys are there. Looks like we've got ourselves, actually. Yeah, mailed thanes are tired, but confident for the time being. Just try and attack them if you can. The line is holding. The archers have still got half of their ammunition. Change your target. Yeah, some of these guys are starting to take a lot of damage here. Change your target onto, yeah, some of their leader. At least some of you be firing on their leader. Our general's under attack. Those are 83. Those are at 96. Militia, those are tier 3. Yeah, this is good quality stuff. Garrisons get auto-upgraded to whatever the current tier of tech you're mostly on. So some of these guys are going to be dangerous. Fire in a little bit more, and those javelins are starting to do damage, but these guys are starting to waver. Like, that's the nice thing we got here. There's 106 of you. What happened to these guys we were fighting? Apparently we're fighting mailed thanes, but, like, they're over there, technically. Yeah, at this point, they're representing a low threat, just because we've actually already managed to kill a fair few of them. Scouts have managed to make their way around here. Good. They're starting to flee, and how's the rest of this going? You guys are almost out of javelins. Archers still have about a third of their arrows remaining. You guys are now in a position to basically just sneak around the back. Now, are you guys going to try and do the sensible thing? Yes, you flippin' are. Right, so, my horses are now coming in for the backstab against these javelin lads. So, they're just going to basically work their way through this area and hit them. So, it actually feels like this is starting to go pretty well already. You guys, archers, change your targets. I want their leader taken care of, please. And it's probably time to start throwing in some reinforcements just to, yeah, see if we can finish them off a little bit. So, get in the reinforcements. Ah, we've got ourselves some great axemen. Go and assassinate him if you'd be so kind. Get after these bastards as well. I think at this point we're ready to basically just start going, clearing them up. Especially with all this archer fire coming in. Javelinmen completely out of ammunition. My leader needs to get forward. I don't actually need to rally just yet, though I keep... Oh, there we go. In come the scouts. Right. The scouts are now chasing off the javelinmen, though honestly they were probably already out of ammunition. You're chasing off these bastards. Archers are continuing to fire. It's the end of Wessex. Goodbye, lads. You put up a good fight. You had me worried for a bit, but in the end, I think we have got this. And it's all starting to fall apart for you. All starting to fall apart. Deploy the cavalry. Finish them off. Chase them down. There's now nothing left but mailed thanes and their own leader. Just basically just get in there. I think he's going to fight to the last man. No, he's not. No, he's going to run away like a coward. Chase him down. I want him dead. And the scouts are just starting to chase off whatever's left at this point. Oh, yeah. Oh, flipping yeah. Oh, there's some spearmen down here. Oh, probably don't deploy my light cavalry against spearmen. Probably a terrible idea. Instead, fire at those fleeing actual spearmen. I want them taken out too. There's more over there. A whole volley just takes those bastards out down to 53. They're coming back, actually. So fire a little bit more at them. And now just start, yeah, see them off. Lovely. Job flipping done. Goodbye, Wessex. It hasn't been fun. And down they go. Yep, technically some of them still survived. Execute them to make sure they don't continue causing trouble. We haven't technically won just yet. Cornwall's just doing its own thing. And Somerset has decided not to come out. Orkney Island's still just sailing north. Good, they're just staying out of the way. Hopefully we can just have peace with them. Attrition of the wolves. Apparently I think you guys have technically run out of supplies. What's even left here? Presumably, basically... Oh yeah, there's nothing left. You guys are just flipping done. In which case, bring in the flipping reinforcements, please, round here. So we have got ourselves, yeah, I think we got this, you know. And time to finish this off. Let's go in aggressively, lads. The last city of Wessex. And we have very firmly stabbed them through the chest. These guys don't get to be vassals, by the way. These guys are just going to be flipping up. No, actually, I could it might be fun just to subjugate them. Yeah, you guys work for me now. And with that, long victory.
A true monarch leads from the front, with the people's best interests at heart. By your hand and sword, the kingdom has been united, joined at last in common cause. A kingdom that will last for centuries to come. Your deeds have seen this come to pass. All hail the king.
They're talking very confidently about, yeah, centuries to come. I suspect there's going to be, yeah, some more problems just yet. And by the way, I am now called the North Sea Empire. Lardy flipping dar. My faction bonuses have been upgraded as well. Lovely. And the game is also, yeah, just gently hinting maybe we should strengthen our military presence just in case. Resolution to this event will be seen in a later turn. So we are now the North Sea Empire. And we have officially managed to get these guys on side. Do you guys like me? No, they don't like me very much. Fair enough too. But I have won a long victory. I have officially got myself a big old pile of vassals. Wales is actually back in the hands of the Welsh. And Welsh I'm actually very, very friendly with indeed. Yep, I like these guys. Me and these guys are cool. And I can also help myself to Somerset momentarily too. Cornwall we are at peace with. Ireland no interest, and Orkney seem to be leaving us alone. So ladies and gentlemen, we have won a long victory, but that's not actually the end of the game. In a turn or two, we're going to start getting some information coming in about a horde that's coming from overseas to somewhere. So we will be seeing that appearing next time, ladies and gentlemen, and trying to figure out how exactly we're going to deal with that thing. That is coming up very, very soon indeed. But in the meantime, I've been John. This has been Many a True Nerd. This has been Thrones of Britannia. Thank you very much, and goodbye. We've all learnt a valuable lesson here. When people have the zombie plague, don't allow them into confined spaces with you. We should just actually, like, use cannons. Do we have cannons? Use the cannons. Oh, they've got a big hammer. That's what the noise is. And a pirate's just rammed them. Okay, I think we're in a traffic jam on the sea.